Hello lads and this and welcome back to Game with Barra. I'm sorry today's video is going to be coming out slightly late. I kind of messed up my timings. I think next week's might come out a little late as well. So that's why the quality today isn't going to be amazing, but it still should be relatively good. I say relatively because you know me, I'm not great at good quality videos. But today I'm going to be breaking down how you can make the most money possible out of your money fronts. So as you can see, I've sort of been doing a little bit. I've played like probably an hour on my money front. 2 videos ago, I sort of broke down what you can do with it, how much everything is, blah 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 blah. On stream, I bought one, and the week before, so like 4 weeks back, I think, I actually broke down, I broke down how to make money if it's good, blah 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 blah. And yeah, so since then, I've learned a lot, and hopefully, I can impart some of that knowledge to you. Whether or not I do a good job of it will be up to you to decide in the comments, but I think let's just get straight into today's video. So what I really want to make clear is the main mistake I made when doing this is if we go over to your laptop in the hands-on car wash, which costs $1 million, I just sort of walked up to it and bought it. I thought Mr. Fablework would pay the most, so I was grinding that out, and it is the longest, which is why I thought it would pay the most, and it doesn't give you much heat. But it only pays about 10 to 20k for what was, for me at least, 10 to 20 minutes of work. So that's 1k a minute, which if you do the math, you can make more from like robbing a bunch of stores. What you really want to do is money laundering. That's how I had 350k in my safe. I did like, what, 4 missions, maybe 5. They're probably the same 4 or 5 pre-coded things, and the longest one is dropping the security van full of money from bank to bank. I always usually run out of time on that, but the other two are really nice and calm. I think, from my very bad math, they pay about 50k for around 5 minutes of work, which is amazing. If you properly grind it out and you get lucky with your loads, so like your loadout, not getting the security van, you could make more than Kai Perico. Like if that makes sense. The amount of time it takes to set up Kai Perico is what, 1 hour and a half for the whole thing, the run through. This for 1 hour and a half of work, if you do the math, 50k every 5 minutes, 50k probably for 10 minutes of work for one of the loadouts. Yeah, you can easily make over $1 million in an hour of work, which is what I'll be trying to help you do today. Of course, the car wash, it pays the very least. It's about 1k for 5 minutes of work, but that is, you see this little heat bar here, mine's nice and low because I've done some car washing. It goes down like naturally over time, but the quickest way for grinding it out is to just wash a car. It's really not that deep, and you can actually get tips from customers, which is still not good. It's like driving a taxi. What do you expect, really? But so once you have your heat nice and low, you realistically don't want any more than 2 or 1 bars left, like unfilled. You can just go off and do this work. This work is the one that makes 50k per every, 5 minutes, like I was saying. So the car wash is basically your cooldown. You don't want more, sorry I phrased it wrong earlier, you don't want more than 4 bars of heat at a time. Like, doing these missions will add anywhere from a half to a full bar of heat. I haven't properly worked it out yet, but they do add heat, and I figured out, I didn't realize this before, it does go naturally down over time if you're doing other activities, mainly legal ones might I say, but it does go down naturally over time. However, if you're grinding it, like I will be doing in the next few days, because I think this is an amazing money making business, probably one of the best in GTA's history, it's probably best you do just suck it up and do the car wash thingy every now and then. So I'd say for every 4 or 5 actual money laundering for every 4 or 5 actual money laundering missions, you're going to want to do 1 car wash, and when it's getting closer to full, you want to do probably a little bit more. So you shouldn't be doing too much, So this is right here, I've got one of the short missions, and as you'll hopefully be able to see, so it does take a while to get the money processed. So if you just bought the business and you're looking at this video, you're like, hang on, isn't he going to talk about the glitch where I don't get my money? That's not a glitch, it's actually a feature. There is like a delay until you actually do get your money, but it's not that long. Like realistically, by the time you've done a second mission, you should have the 50k in your wall safe. I like to just leave it there while I'm grinding. I don't know, other people like it in their hands, but I like to see sort of how much time I've got, how much money, if that makes sense. I'm probably mad yapping for most of you here, but you get the gist. So these are the missions you're going to be wanting to do the most. If you properly get them right, the grind and everything, as you can see, I've somewhat learnt the locations. I've only done this mission twice before, but it is really easy to get the hang of. Like, all of them are pretty similar. They're all to do with stealing money and having a money front, blah blah blah. It also does boost, I'd like to say, your counterfeit cash factory, like, sort of production value. So I think they sell for what, like 25% extra, which is, a nice little addition. You still won't be making as much as you would from just doing these missions, but if you like to have that in the background, some passive income, if you've got it all set up, I would wait to have like a full stock and just sell it in a full lobby, hopefully a chill one. And if you have this business, it will definitely help boost that. Now, like I was saying earlier, I bought this business, the car wash one, for only $1 million. That's really cheap as businesses go in this, especially because it usually takes about, I don't know, if something's $1 million in GTA, it will take probably a real life week to get it back if you're playing nice and casually. If you're playing a bit more sweatily, it will take maybe a day or two. Depends on how many hours you're playing every day. But yeah, this one makes it back so quickly. Like, I spent $1 million, I've already got, as you can see, 400k back. It really is the most insanely, like, value for money business you can get. I haven't yet bought Smoke on the Water, or what was it, like Ron's Airbus travel thingies, but I will buy them in a future video if you guys want to see it. I'm not yet sure how they impact it, so if I were you, for now, I'd just stay away from it. I haven't seen like anyone saying you need to buy these to make the business work. I would just personally like keep going on your car wash, keep the money to yourself, be grinding it up, saving it. And of course, there are some new vehicles in the game, especially the police bike, which I will hopefully be saving up for. As you can see, I blew most of my cash actually buying the money front, but hopefully I'll have that back soon. If you keep doing the steps this guy tells you, like I'm going to be trying to do, because I'll be honest, you might lose sanity. Like, on one of the missions you had to find a piece of cargo, and this is like really good tip right here. I wish I had this. The picture of the cargo, sometimes you have to do hunting for it, and there's a picture of it. The picture of it was on a truck, so I was looking for a truck for like 30 minutes. It was so annoying, and then I actually found it like by accident, and it was just some random crate. So make sure you just look for the crate and not the actual carrier thing it's on. Maybe that's just me who fell for it, or maybe it's something you struggle with as well, but it was such a waste of time. Like, I wish I'd known that. Now I do know that, and hopefully all the missions will be really quick, like you can see that one was, and that one only filled up half bar of heat. I think for the actual longer missions, Mr. Fablework adds a little bit of heat, but I think, and I don't know why this is, I could be completely wrong here, but I think the longer you spend actually doing your mission, your money laundering thing, the more heat you'll get. Sorry, that was the biggest stumble I've ever had right there. But if you think about it, right, the longest thing you have to do, realistically, is the going around getting money from banks, blah 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 blah. But I didn't do that right, then I got half bar. I'm pretty sure you get a full bar. I could just be straight on rambling right now. Please let me know if I am. Other thing you should let me know is what you want to see in my next video. I am going away for a week, so the next video will also be slightly lower quality than usual. But if you got an ounce, a gram, a milligram of information out of this video, please do subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. They mean the world to me. And one final bit of information, so you get this passive income. It's not great. On my live stream, I was like, my math was tripping. I was like, oh my god, you get 150k a GTA day. No, you don't. You get about 15k. If you have all the businesses, you get about 23k, maybe closer to 30, because yeah, lots of them are 0.5. But yeah, as you can see here, you do get lots of extra passive income from just having this. So it's an amazing business in total. You should, if you haven't, definitely buy it. I would 100% recommend it. You get Mr. Fablework, which is kind of really bad, but you do get the money laundering, the boost on the counterfeit cash, and the passive income. So all in all, I'd buy this, and I would subscribe. So yeah. Thank you for watching today's video, I guess, and I'll see you in the next one.